there's a GetGo over there. But I think Steve Jobs has a famous saying that, sometimes when you look forward, it doesn't make sense. But then when you look backwards, everything happens for a reason and you connect the dots.
Hey guys, welcome back to Sgcarmart Chats. Julian here. So today we have Toh Ting Feng with us. This man here is a CEO and co-founder of GetGo Technologies Private Limited. So yes, thank you very much for having us today. Thank you very much for being with us today at least.
Thanks for having me.
Correct me if I'm wrong, right? So GetGo is turning 3 soon.
Yes, that's right. That's
so
right.
When did it actually start exactly?
So we actually founded the company in August of 2020. So from founding, we're actually slightly more than 3 years old.
Okay.
But we only launched the service in February of 2021.
I see, okay.
So in about 3 months' time,
Yep.
it'll be 3 years from launch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, excellent, man. So how has the ride been so far? I mean, 3 years.
I think it's been an incredible journey. I think one of our values that we have in the company is called enjoy the ride, which is
Yes.
what we are doing right now. And I think this 3-year journey and ride has been very fulfilling. I think for a couple of reasons. I think first thing is we believe that our mission is very meaningful.
Okay.
Right? Providing access to mobility, for people in Singapore. So to see the impact that we have made on families,
Yep.
right? Seeing people at East Coast Park, enjoying, the seaside because they have the means to go there in one of our vehicles. So I think that's great. And I think it's also around how we have seen our plan and our vision unfold as well.
So tell me again, what exactly is the significance of GetGo's brand?
So when you think of GetGo as a brand, I mean, first of all, starting with the name itself, GetGo is a verb.
Yes.
Right, it's a verb. It's a combination of two words, get and go.
Yes.
Right? And I think that's what we really wanted to enable people to do.
Okay.
In a very seamless and accessible manner.
Yeah.
Anytime you feel like going somewhere, experiencing something with your loved ones, you can literally get a GetGo car and then go where you want to go.
Yeah.
Right? So it's all about this action and movement that we empower people with, right? So that is the story of the brand name.
You were actually quoted once saying that, sometimes if you're early, you're wrong. So was COVID the right time? Do you actually think that, COVID is the right time, there's opportunities? Did it not occur to you that maybe this is too early, maybe this is too late? Like what made you realize that, this is the right time to get in?
There are a few reasons why we felt it was the right time. I think first reason is really the maturation of technology.
Okay.
Right? If you think back 10 years ago, the smartphones that we had then, not all of them had reliable Bluetooth. Not all of them had reliable 4G, for example, right? So when we were looking at this opportunity, we made an assessment of whether the technology was ready to really enable the seamless experience.
Okay.
And we felt that, yes, in 2020, 2021, actually all the ingredients were in place. Right?
Okay.
So that was one reason why now.
Yes.
If you look at some of the earlier players that started in 2010, they were still using access cards, they were still doing all these kind of things that had a lot of friction to them. Right? So that was one reason why now. I think the second reason why now is because of the pandemic as well. I think the level of awareness and concern about sustainability and climate change has stepped up another level as well. Right? So starting from governments, and now I think increasingly also individuals are starting to realize that climate change is something real, right? People are starting to care more and more. Maybe not everyone yet, but particularly the younger generation is something that they're concerned about, right? So that is another factor that we thought, I think there has been an inflection. This is another macro trend that we are ready to do, right?
Okay. We understand that GetGo has plans to expand overseas.
Yeah.
Is it the right timing to expand overseas?
Yeah, I think that's a great question. It's a question that we ask ourselves every year since our founding. Is this the right year to go overseas?
Yeah.
So we ask ourselves that question on an annual basis. We are participating in Enterprise Singapore's flagship program for SMEs that want to go international called Scale Up Singapore, right?
Yes.
So we are using that program, working with consultants that we partner with on that program to really study when, how, and where we want to go.
I think I can't even begin to imagine, you know, how much thought process, how much effort do you and Johnson both have to put in to really get GetGo going, so to speak, right? Over this past couple of years. And you mentioned that you have got some 200 staff in the office, which is a wonderful looking office, by the way, really nice. What do you have to do? You know, what do you guys do to really just motivate these people? What do you do to just balance your... I mean, because I've got 3 kids.
Yes.
And it's,
Same.
I mean, it's so frustrating sometimes. No, I mean, you will understand.
Yeah.
After a long day of work, you go back home and then I gotta take care of them, I gotta entertain them, and yet I gotta think about how to motivate colleagues. How to really inspire them to do more, and that is the biggest challenge that I have. What do you do to just motivate 200 of them?
I took inspiration from a famous, author and psychologist called Toh Ting Feng. He has a framework for motivation.
Okay.
Right. So we adopted that framework, and that framework has 3 components.
Okay.
And then we added one more to it. The 3 components are a sense of purpose.
Okay.
Meaning to say that what you do, you must believe that it is meaningful and it adds value.
Okay.
The second component is this sense of mastery,
Okay.
sense of growth. And all of us want to get better.
Yes.
All of us want to grow,
Yes.
right? So I think in our people and culture policies, in how we grow the business, we want to challenge and stretch our people and develop them. The third factor, there's a GetGo over there. But the third factor is around autonomy,
Okay.
which is actually built on the first 2.
Okay.
Autonomy means that be it your junior executive or your senior executive,
Yes.
you have some influence and say in how you do things. So I think these are the 3 factors of motivation that Toh Ting has mentioned and we adopt. I think the last one that we added on is really this idea of a sense of belonging.
Okay.
Right, so this sense of we belong to an organization that is driven by the same mission and also are very much aligned in our values.
Okay.
And of course, we have a decent office.
Okay.
We take pride in what we do and we identify with each other. So this idea of team spirit, right? So I think these are the 4 things that we look at as we obviously develop our people and culture policies, and as we want to continue to keep our team engaged and performing well. Yeah.
So, I mean, like you were saying, I mean, from military officer to CEO and co-founder of GetGo,
Yep.
I mean, you have obviously switched gears many times, right? I mean, I'm sure there were challenges that you had to overcome. I have absolutely no doubt. But I think my question to you is, from a military officer to where you are today, a lot of people will probably think that you are the pitch perfect to success. No, I mean, I think that way.
Yeah.
But what is your advice to the younger generation to do, to listen? I mean, what is your advice to your younger self?
I think one advice I would give is to be patient, right? To be patient, and that it's okay to not exactly know what your final end state is, because
Yes.
life is a journey. You never know,
Yeah.
how it moves. And then the second thing is to be present, right? So whatever you do, just give it your best, right? And learn, right? And figure out something about yourself, right? I think Steve Jobs has a famous saying that sometimes when you look forward it doesn't make sense, but then when you look backwards, everything happens for a reason and you connect the dots, right? So
Yes.
that is the advice I would give around being patient and being present in whatever you do, and then take the next step.
In terms of your personal life, the misses, for instance, I mean, you left the army, you went to real estate, you went to other industry, and then you decided, you know what, I'm going to start GetGo. Starting a company is not buying a packet of chicken rice. You know what I mean? Starting a company requires a lot of thinking, planning. It requires some money. It requires your base money.
Yeah.
So, for you to just do this, the missus must have gone through a lot, and she must have really thought about it and said, you know what, I'm just going to support my husband because he is who he is. He knows what he wants. I'm just going to support him. But at any point in time, did you feel like, man, I wouldn't be able to do this without her support? Or at any point in time, did you feel that, you know what, let's not do this. Let's not do this because I've got a family. I've got 3 kids. You know, I've got a family now. Let's not take the risk.
I think first of all, you know, I'm super fortunate to have a great, you know, life partner, right? And my wife is, you know, super supportive, you know, of what I do, especially if she sees the underlying meaning and value, right? So from the get-go, when I started thinking about doing this, I think she has seen the kind of impact and value that a platform and a service like GetGo can bring, right? And she also could understand that given my experiences, I would have a good shot at really making it work.
Yes. So guys, we're back at the studio at Sgcarmart's office, obviously, and again we have Toh Ting Feng here, the CEO and co-founder of GetGo Technologies Private Limited. So right now we're gonna do some quick fire questions while he is playing with this wonderful racetrack. So okay, shall we do some practice runs first so that you get used to it, you know how to do the controls and all that kind of stuff?
Sure.
Because
Sure.
I'm a bit rusty myself. I haven't done this for a while now, but
Sounds
okay.
good.
You are the blue, I am the green.
All right. Blue is
Let's
our
get
GetGo
going.
color.
Oh really? Is blue the GetGo color?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm in blue.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yes. So, do I put it on track?
How do we do it? Should we put it here? Yeah?
Oh, at the car.
Oh. While you're doing practice rounds,
Yep.
one question first. One question at a time. If you are not the CEO of GetGo,
Yep.
what will you be?
I think, you know, I thought about that question. I'll probably be an advisor or mentor or investor of some sort, right? So, you know, working with people and, you know, giving them some, you know, advice and support, you know, and helping them pursue whatever their ambitions are.
But is that really what you want? I mean, in life, I mean, because being a GetGo CEO now, where you
Yeah.
are, and being an advisor of a consultant of sorts, is sort of a big leap. It's a very big difference.
I think my advice for people is, you know, only jump into the fray if there's something that you think you're very passionate about and you're uniquely suited to solve it, right? So, you know, actually prior to,
No problem.
Yeah, prior to starting GetGo, actually I was intending to, you know, go back into some form of investment role as well.
I see.
Yeah, and I think my personal philosophy is to be of service to people, right? So how can I help people and serve people?
Okay.
Either directly or indirectly, right? So in GetGo, we do it directly for the team and we do it indirectly for the users that we serve, right? So yeah, that's probably what I'll be doing.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So what is, because I understand you're going on a holiday next March, like
Yes.
myself, to Japan.
Yes, that's right.
I'm still quite afraid of the whole plane ride. Because the moment they start crying and wailing, wow, I tell you, I'll be really panicking.
No, you have a secret weapon. In-flight entertainment system.
I see.
You turn it on,
Yeah.
Lion King, the eyes on, I tell you.
But what is your favorite holiday destination?
I would say it's Japan. Because
Right?
you love the food, you love the hospitality,
Yeah.
you love the focus on quality that they have in everything
Yeah.
they do. You know, there's so much to learn and to enjoy about Japan. Yes.
Yeah, I'm actually. So we had a conversation just now, in case you guys are wondering. We had a conversation just now before the interview about our plans next year. So we are supposed to go on a holiday next year. I'm bringing my family and he's bringing his family as well. Both of us are going to Japan, but different destinations, of course. So that's just to give you a rough idea exactly what the conversation went
Yes.
down, which is why we are
We're
having
going to
this.
Japan at the same time.
Yeah, and almost the same time.
Almost the same time.
What is the best way for you to wind down? After a long day of work, you want to chill out, relax. I mean, what do you do to unwind?
I think it depends on the kind of day, but I like to wind down with my family, right? So I think spending time with my wife or my kids, you know, really helps me, you know, step away from work and, you know, just focus on, you know, other things that are important. So that's one thing I like to do. Sometimes I like to go for exercise. So I think me time is very important.
Yes.
As you would, and the one of the true me times that we can have is when we're exercising, right? Because it's just you alone with your thoughts. You know? So I enjoy running and actually, we went on a holiday earlier this year as well. It's the first time I went skiing in like 20 years. But then I realized that it's so enjoyable because it's just yourself and your thoughts, and there's no one talking to you. And you're forced to be very focused on what you're doing.
Yes.
You're going to fall and break a leg.
Yes.
Right? So I think that's also very enjoyable.
I always tell my colleague that I actually enjoy eating alone. I enjoy window shopping alone. I enjoy doing things alone. I feel comfortable doing things alone very much because it's a time when nobody is bothering me, no one asks me anything, no one talks to me. I'm in my own world. And that's a time where you can really reflect and think about what you want to do and how you want to be a better person in that sense. So to me, I can completely understand the whole me time and being alone and doing my own thing. Nobody comes up and say, hey, can you do this? Can you do that? You know what I mean? It's just
just alone. And I think as I grew older, because I'm more of an extrovert, but I think as I grow older, I value me time more and more. More and more, right? Because we have so many commitments, so many people we need to serve as well. So sometimes we just need that time for ourselves.
Okay, should we get started on this, or do you want one more practice round?
No, we can get started on this.
You sure? Okay. So we're gonna get started on this. I'm gonna put you right here.
Okay.
On the line. How do we do this? We don't go together, right? He goes first, and then we'll time it, right? And we'll take the best time.
While I do this, is it?
I will try and ask you one last question as you go around. One last question.
Sounds good.
When you're ready.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All right. So, Ting Feng is going around on his first lap. It looks very good for now. I suspect it's going to be better than mine because I'm a bit rusty right now. All right. Let's go. All right. What's the time? All right, we have the scores in. And Ting Feng managed to get 16.8 seconds. Did I say that correctly? 16.08 seconds, which is still very, very commendable. That goes just below Sabrina Sung right here. So we're just going to have you up on the Hall of Fame board right here.
It's a very lucky number.
Yeah, it is.
All auspicious number, 1608.
You should try it for 4D this weekend. Yep, so you're right here.
一路发,
Well, that is a very good point. That did not occur to me, but yes. See, that's the difference between a CEO and co-founder and a GM of media at Sgcarmart. No? So Ting Feng, tell us, do you have any last words for our viewers, for us? What is the plan for the future of GetGo?
Yeah, I think first of all, thank you very much for having me on this very enjoyable session. I think next year, GetGo, we are really looking forward to empowering more of all of our users here in Singapore with accessible and sustainable mobility, right? And I think we hope to really continue to empower our users to lead their lives, go to parks and serve their loved ones with the mobility that they need. Yeah, so thank you again for having me.
Thank you very much for your time. So yes, there you have it. That is an interview with Ting Feng, CEO and co-founder of GetGo Technologies Private Limited. Hope you guys enjoyed the video as much as I've enjoyed this interview with this guy right here. And also please comment in the comment box below and let us know what you think about GetGo, what you think about the brand. Are you seeing a lot of these cars on the road lately? Because I know I have. You can also follow us on TikTok. Our handle is @Sgcarmart. In the meantime, stay safe, be well. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
I stole a capsule from one of the drawers, but... Let's do a mic test first while you're at it.
Okay, yeah, sounds good.
Okay. You repeat after me, yeah?
Yeah.
I,
Toh
Ting Feng, would like to give Julian Koh from Sgcarmart one lovely GetGo car for free.
Would love to give Julian Koh from Sgcarmart one lovely GetGo car for free for 1 hour.
None of them falls for that. None of them.